Are you skipping your pre-workout snack because it's just not convenient? You don't have access to a fridge and you don't want to carry around an insulated lunch bag all day either. And maybe you only have 5 minutes to eat in between classes or work meetings, and so there's no time to prepare anything. Well, you're in luck because I have 5 snack options for you that you can store in your bag or your backpack all day and they won't spoil. They're quick to eat and contain the perfect combination of carbs to protein to fat. You'll never need to miss a pre-workout snack and miss out on all those performance-boosting benefits in a pre-workout snack again. So tighten your ponytail and let's jump in.
Do you wish you could look like you train as much as you do? Are you sick of scouring the internet for sports nutrition tips only to find information tailored to men? Do you wish there was a simple solution to fueling your body for your activity level? Are you ready to find freedom with food? It is possible to have balance between fueling your body for your sport and for enjoyment, and it's not as complicated as you may think. Can we say hello, food freedom? There's a way to have it all and eat your cake too, and I'm going to show you how. Hey, I'm Kristen, a former multi-sport athlete, a sports dietitian, personal trainer, and Jesus lover. In this podcast, you will find practical, sustainable fueling tips for female athletes that will set you free from diet culture, an ever-changing set of nutrition rules, under-fueling, and underperforming. You'll learn how to put together a fueling plan that works for you, that doesn't require all the rules, tracking every morsel of food you consume, letting food consume your every thought, with Jesus at the center of it all. If you're ready to find a sustainable nutrition plan that works for you with your active lifestyle and is tailored to your unique physiology, break free from diet culture, and finally feel comfortable in your own skin, this podcast is for you. Whip up that smoothie, lace up your shoes, and let's jump in.
All right, let's talk about why pre-workout snacking is really important for athletes or active individuals. So when you work out, your body is going to be using a lot of energy. It's also going to be breaking down your own muscle mass, and that is normal. That's what happens during training. Your training creates little rips and tears in your muscles, and by eating afterwards, that fills in those rips and tears, and that's going to heal and repair your muscles and lead to training adaptation. But if you go into training underfueled, not having enough to eat, it's really going to cause a lot of problems for you during training. So your pre-workout snack is really important because it's going to increase your energy levels. Imagine if you went into training and you hadn't eaten anything, and it's kind of like trying to take your car on a road trip with no gas in it. You're not going to be going very far. So by eating, you're actually going to have more energy so that you can actually push yourself harder during that training session, and you can reap more benefits from that training session. You're going to also have improved performance. So a well-timed snack can actually enhance your endurance and your strength and allows you to perform at your best. So this means you can be stronger, you can push more weight if you're in the weight room, you can run faster, you can do whatever it is, have better reaction time, whatever your sport is, it's all going to be better by having a pre-workout snack. You're also going to have better focus and concentration, reduced muscle breakdown. Like I said, your body's going to be creating little rips and tears in your muscles while you are training, and that is normal, but it's going to prevent, a ton of having rips and tears in your muscles, which then would lead to DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. That's that yucky soreness that you get that lasts like 2 to 3 days after training that nobody likes, where you can't sit down on the toilet seat because your legs hurt so bad. Having that pre-workout snack is actually going to prevent that, especially something that is going to contain a little bit of protein as well as carbohydrates. You're also going to have enhanced recovery. And so by having a pre-workout snack with the right nutrients, that can actually aid in proper recovery because your body is not pulling from your muscles so much and your body so much, your glycogen stores so much because it didn't have any fuel before. Also, hydration. We all know that we need to be properly hydrated. That's nothing new. Many pre-workout snacks are going to give you hydration, and that probably sounds kind of crazy, but you actually get a lot of fluid from your foods. And the nice thing about pre-workout snacks, especially the ones that I'm going to give you today, are they're highly customizable. And this is going to really apply to anybody depending on if you're vegetarian or vegan or you eat meat or you're gluten-free or pescatarian or everything in between. They all can work for anybody. So let's go ahead and dive into the 5 snacks that you can easily just throw in your bag. They don't even require any refrigeration. They're great. So first, we're going to start off with talking a little bit about what you need in a pre-workout snack. And that includes carbohydrates plus a little bit of protein and not a whole lot of fat. So carbohydrates, really, you're looking for somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates, depending on how far out your snack is. So generally, I recommend having a snack about 30 to 60 minutes before. If you're one of those people where you can eat right before you go training, to do your training, that's completely fine. You don't need to wait super long, but if you do have a more sensitive stomach, then you want to wait a little bit longer, and that would mean that your pre-workout snack is actually going to be a little bit bigger because it's going to be digested and burned off before you get to your training session. Now, if you are somebody that does not have a pre-workout snack at all, and having anything before you train is a problem for your stomach, start off small. You don't have to have a huge snack to reap some benefits. So start off small and then we can slowly work you up. So snack number 1 is a nut butter packet, like Justin's peanut butter packets or Jif to go packets with either some rice cakes or some crackers. You don't want a lot of fiber in these, which is why I'm suggesting rice cakes, or I would actually get like white crackers. You don't want, your super whole grain type crackers. Those types of crackers, anything with a lot of fiber, I'm going to say over 5 grams of fiber, can really cause a lot of GI distress, and it's also going to slow down the digestion of your food. And you want quick digestion with these foods because what's going to happen is that's going to deliver quick sources of energy to your muscles, and that's going to give your body, more oxygen to your muscles. So you need that while you're training. Next up is a peanut butter and jelly. So peanut butter and jelly, this is like your old standby, or if you want to swap out the jelly for honey, that's fine. This is going to be a perfect combination of carbohydrates plus some protein from the peanut butter. And then you're going to get additional quick digesting carbohydrates from the jelly or the honey. The benefit here is you're actually getting 2 different types of carbohydrates. You're going to be getting, well, really it's more than 2, but you're going to be getting carbohydrate, like a carbohydrate out of the bread, which is going to be more slow digesting. Again, stick with white bread. But then your honey or your jelly is going to be a very quick digesting carbohydrate or sugar. And so that's going to benefit you because it's going to give you some energy right now and then a little bit later during your workout, which is ideal. So peanut butter and jelly, it's like I said, the perfect pre-workout snack. It doesn't require any refrigeration. You can make that sandwich in the morning or even the night before and have it in your bag all day and it'll be fine. Next up is trail mix. I actually make my own trail mix, but you could certainly buy, little pre-work or pre-made trail mix packets. But some things that I will mix together are just a combination of different nuts and seeds, dried fruit, and then I will throw in some type of cereal, a dry cereal like Cheerios, for example. So if you want a really simple example of a homemade trail mix, you could do Cheerios, raisins, and whatever nuts that you like peanuts or almonds or walnuts or whatever. And that would give you, again, carbohydrates from the Cheerios plus, your quick digesting carbohydrates from the dried fruit, and then some protein and a little bit of fat. You don't want a lot of fat in these. You really want to keep it under about 10 grams of fat. So if you're doing a peanut butter and jelly, don't go crazy on the peanut butter. And then your protein, you're looking for anywhere between 5 and 15 grams of protein. Snack number 4 is an energy bar or a granola bar. So again, we're aiming for mostly carbohydrates, some protein between 5 and 15 grams of protein, and then under 10 grams of fat. So some recommendations that I like are Cliff bars, the Cliff Z protein bars, Lara bars, Go Macro bars. There are tons of bars out there. What I would not suggest doing is getting one of those little 90-calorie chewy Quaker granola bars. That's not going to cut it. It's not going to give you enough calories, which translates to energy. You're not going to get enough. So you really want to make sure that you're getting something in the neighborhood of like at least 200 calories, but probably more like 300 calories. And again, that's going to really just depend on the intensity and the length of your workout. Just think, if you have a more intense workout coming up or a longer workout coming up, you really want a bigger pre-workout snack. Okay, snack number 5 is a apple or a banana with beef jerky or those chopsticks. I mean, there's so many different variations of beef jerky these days, so you can really pick what you want. But this is going to give you, again, your quick digesting carbohydrates from the apple or the banana, and then you're going to get some protein from the beef jerky and the chopsticks. If you feel like that's not enough, you can always have some crackers with that. Okay, so we have 5 snacks, as I mentioned. Number 1 was the nut butter packets with either rice cakes or crackers. Number 2 was the peanut butter and jelly. Number 3 was trail mix. Number 4 was a energy bar. And then number 5 was an apple or a banana with some beef jerky or chopsticks. And again, you could add in some crackers if you wanted to. So pre-workout fueling is really, really important. Think of it as putting gas in your car or topping off your gas stores before you go on a road trip. You just need gas in your tank, and you're going to need fuel in your body before you train. And the research actually shows that if you do eat before, that you're going to be able to push yourself further at a lower perceived exertion. So basically, you're going to be able to do more with feeling like you're not doing more. And if you are concerned about your weight with eating before a workout meal or workout, let me just remind you that the research also shows that you actually will be leaner if you eat a snack prior to your training. So it's not going to contribute to you gaining weight. It's actually going to have the opposite effect. So if you liked this episode, please leave me a review below and just put in there what you liked about the episode or what you like about my show. And then what are some other topics that you want me to cover? I really love hearing from you. And also that really helps me to reach more people so that I can help them. So thank you for listening, and don't forget to leave me a review.
Hey friend, if this podcast inspired you, encouraged you, or changed you, I would love for you to leave me a review and share it with a girlfriend who will find it helpful or inspiring. That is the best way you can thank me and help me share my knowledge so I can help more people just like you. I'm so thankful that you spent this time with me today, and I'd love to connect with you. Join my Facebook group, Female Sports Nutrition, or send me a DM on Instagram, or hop on over to my website, elitenutritionperformance.com. I'll see you back here next week.